change is today one of the greatest challenges humanity is facing. If we assume that society continues steadily to produce carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, glaciers will melt, sea levels will rise, and we will see more damage from extreme weather events such as cyclones, floods, and droughts. According to the UN Climate Panel, the climate change can in short term have a major influence on the world's food supply, infrastructure, health, and access to drinking water. The consequences will vary regionally, depending on different climatic, geographic, and social conditions, and they will mainly affect the poor in many developing countries. We believe that this project is vital because it will affect us in the future if we don't do something about it now. It is important for us to gain knowledge of today's problems in the world. We have to face the fact that these problems won't solve themselves, and we must help the environment and the people who will be affected.
It is possible to create the alternative energy sources that can change the negative externalities which don't pollute the atmosphere with carbon dioxide. But it is a slow process and not that efficient. The different problems that can occur are, for example, hunger, poverty, and drastic weather changes. These climate changes will also result in more heat in some areas and more cold in other areas. Because of all that, life on Earth will slowly extinct because the living conditions will change drastically. Economic growth is a part of the sustainable economy at the economic goals. The goals of sustainable development may conflict with the goal of economic growth, as a sustainable development at the beginning adds an additional cost of production which may turn out for the production to decrease. Another economic goal that is linked to the sustainable economy is green GDP. The world is made of rare resources, and it's important that we don't reduce the resources but retain them and use them. It is this transition and investment in renewable resources that makes it difficult to transit the sustainable economy, as we don't have to financial capital resources.
In Denmark, it was not all the parties that agreed on the Energy Bill 2012 adopted. Especially the party Liberal Alliance strongly opposed and believed that the Energy Bill would affect the Danish economy in a downward direction and would benefit very little employment climate. Energy agreements may also mean that she will lose up to $26 billion in lack of growth. We think that the cradle-to-cradle model is a good solution to solve the climate problems, because with the model you get the most benefits and use of materials in a production cycle, and it doesn't pollute.